everyone. Today I'm gonna perform the Astm C39 competitive string concrete sample breaking with the machine. Now I'm gonna get into the clean room and grab the sample. So when we take out the cylinder from the clean room, the first thing we're gonna cover it up with a wet towel, just dripping wet, to keep the moisture of the sample. And then the next thing, I'm gonna check the sample to see the diameter of the. So usually I will check if the surface of both ends is smooth. If it's not, I use a hand grinder. Smooth it out. Okay, once we finish, we check the diameter. We're gonna take from the mid height, take 2 measurements, and then get the average. And the number should less than 2%. If it's more than 2%, we cannot use this sample. The next thing, we're gonna use the unbind caps for today's break. We check the surface to see if the retainer ring is any damage on it. For the unbind caps, we keep track of how many times we use it. Okay, next thing we're gonna check, see if the sample, the surface of the sample is smooth and perpendicular. It has to be less than 5%, 5 degrees. So we put our angle, and then we have a 1/8 rod. If we cannot stick it in, which means it's less than 5. Next thing, we're gonna clean it. We're gonna clean the retainer ring. So we have a gauge here to check the retainer ring and the machine block. I will show it later. So right here we can see that we have a gauge here. If we cannot go through between the block and the retainer ring, we know that we are good. The next thing, we're gonna put up a gold frame on the top and the bottom. For the machine, we make sure we zero it to 0 pound every time we break a sample. At the beginning, I will put up a protective rack. And then I apply 10% of the strength that we expect this concrete sample will be. When the time machine moving, I make sure the upper bracket has the movement. And then after I apply 10%, I make sure the sample sitting upright. And then I have another angle to check the sample to see if it's sitting perpendicular. Here you can see that I cannot stick the 1/8 rod inside, so which is good. So next thing, I make sure I apply that the pressing rate is 440 pounds per second. If we make the calculation, it's gonna be 35 pounds. So once the sample break, I wait for the machine to okay, I take it out, and then I check what type of the sample it's break. So from here we can see that the sample is break like type 2. And then I record down the compressive strength and compare it to the design mix requirement. This is pretty much what I do for the compressive strength test. Thank you everyone.